I'm actually here in defense of social media. Now, all of a sudden, we trying to get to this remote learning. You want to go back to all of the big dogs, Google, Amazon, Facebook, all these outlets that could be useful inside of the remote learning situation. Enough said, man. You want to not use the ideas, but implement against the ideas, which is, like I said, everyone can eat off of that. But you rather, how you say it, make matters harder. It's like I said, you in a slippery slope now, and then you hiding, cause you ain't got nothing else to do to the people. And like I said, I'm actually waiting on the next one, but you rather go after social media, because social media says you're losing right now, man. And I thought I was gonna be out of the race, but then, like I said, Biden, he wanna capture Kamala Harris as the VP, and I prefer Alf as my VP. Alf wants to get rid of the nucleus. Yeah. Another thing too, the stimulating stimuluses. I hear your proposal, tax cuts and all of that, and same reenactment. But if I recall, someone saying they was gonna make that number, would you say greater or bigger? Bigger or greater? Yeah. I think it was both at different times. But the way I see it, the people deserve at least 2,000. But if we can't get to the 2,000, I prefer in between, meet you halfway with 1,800. But you gotta do it all at one time, man. I think that's where your dilemma may lay. And that's where you keep, emphasizing on companies that's winning, whether in the pandemic or not. The world must be entertained, or else you have more of that ripping down the statues and things, man. Yeah. Not to say that it wasn't entertaining, it just probably wasn't so much productive. This is the dilemma when you have people enraged because they can't necessarily ease the pandemic. And if I was your government official, president, officially, I would ease the burden of a pandemic. But at least 75%. Especially if it happened on my watch. Man, let's see here. Let's see what we have for today. Other than lack of proposals from the Donald's base, Mitch McConnell, and Steve Mnuchin. That's another thing. I feel sorry for Steve, man. He's in a little hand situation. Man. But the stories must go on. Oh, and I believe Arizona had a train crash. And the pandemic is still on the rise. It's Trump's still aiming for chloroquine use, saying that he has a few doctors that prefer it. Man. Oh yeah, into this. Justice Department to send additional federal agents to Cleveland, Detroit, and other places Trump deems ghettos. I wouldn't, like I said, he wants something, and like I said, in my eyes, you just gotta wait. I mean, not for him. I mean, like, you just gotta wait because it's a little. How do you say? Tit for tat with this, and I refuse. The voters who are still backing Trump, salute to them, man, because like I said, it's got so devastating for this individual on social sites that you don't hear. Anybody heard a tweet lately? Nah. Tweeted it. Anybody seen a rally lately? Nah. Now, I wouldn't call it checkbait, but man, it all could have been probably avoided, man, if you would have jumped on the pandemic when I wouldn't say I was telling you, because I was telling you years ago, but your advisors even told you. A BBC journalist used the N-word. See? It's getting drasticness out here, man. Journalists out here using the N-word. They want this sauce. They want the recipe to this sauce. To this sauce, man. No, it's dripping. It drip sauce. Drip. No. I told Ramsey the last time. Ramsey, no. What is going on in the world when the people that said you know what I mean, we should stop the violence and stop this, all of this stuff, they want the most violence right now. Why? America? It seems as if, like I said, the world is in limbo. And you can't blame it on the disenfranchised or the rich or skin colors or none of that. There's a time to come together and show the world what you're made of. Trump undermines, see? Is that what you're made out of? Underminement? That was a new one, by the way, underminement. Trump undermines his pandemic response. I'm just scrolling along, and I said this beforehand. Your own administration told you, and you still want to reopening things, but then on this new bill, you want exemptment from lawsuits. Nah, but no. You know, like he signed that bill when he, you know what I mean, the people came to him and wanted him to throw his rally. They signed that, you know, that clause that if they get sick, the rally wasn't viable. And he want to do that with the babies. AKA King Diabolical, or King Unemployment, or King Recession on. Trump administration reviews, Doc, nah, man. You told them they had dreams and they was dreamers, and you just passed the Latino fund. Now you want to roll back on that. Not the Latinos. No. AKA King Diabolical. 1 minute shaking your hand. The next, who knows? Georgia News Georgia News anchor receives first shot in U.S. phase 3 trial of COVID. Man, listen, we got enough trials, enough updates, and like I said, I'm trying to get to a more sustainable future in a world of a pandemic. But more and more suggestions and long waits. I don't know if the plan is to crack and fold and bend, but it seems that way. As Corona Daily News updates, more and more cases known today about COVID. Here's the latest good and bad news about COVID-19. Listen, man, you want to compare this remote learn, unemployed, pay. You might want to deduct that probably by maybe 150, but you would still have to kick out that stimulus in order to satisfy America in this pandemic. Because otherwise, you'd be looking at more and more debt payouts from actual deaths. Tropical storm may delay first SpaceX crew. And then you said you wanted to go to Mars. Now you want to delay it. The limbo. This is expected in a time of desperation for AKA Little Hands in the Crow. Boasting recount pain of racist abuse to Bayern teammates, all because he was black. He was the only one though. Trump and yeah, that's another thing. They had that on there twice. Umbrella Man, Minneapolis suspect linked to white supremacists. I don't even want to go into the parts of the links to white supremacists and the activity that's taking place underneath the white market. That's a shame. It went from the black market to a white market. And don't come down on those guys with the Googling, the Facebook, and all of that stuff, because it's not their fault. They're just social media sites. They can't really control the self-containment of white markets. Mm. I knew the day would come when you would change the name. Mm. Mm. Outcry in New York after police force protesters into unmarked van. Just, come on. See, that's part of that. Like I said, they only doing what they're told to do at specific times. Chiefs change, all of this stuff change. Like I said, you can't keep a track on that. This is, like I said, you gotta let me get in there to redesign the program to normalities within a free land of a pandemic. Cause like I said, you can't even suggest any, you know what I mean? Louis Gohmert, mass shunning, lawmakers catches COVID-19. Like I said, man, we ain't got no control over who catch it. But people saying they don't want to wear it, but they want to open up. Limbo, baby. Limbo. The voters who are still backing Trump. That's another one for the two P. Like I said, the way I'm looking at it, we seen what happened in the last election. What makes you think? Like I said, the mail-ins is being where they going? Last week, Biden was out. Trump is slowly chasing them down. But like I said, none of them really compares to me being what I would call in my mind the president. Which is, let's stop the cat and mouse games. It's time for a young, up and coming, more of a economist builder. Yeah, that's gonna be my slogan. Economist builder for 2021. Not to take away from the economy, but to build the economy. Such a beautiful thing. It doesn't seem like it's too much more new. Or 3 killed, 2 wounded in North St. Louis. Listen, man. But you sending troops, and it's already enough. Somebody gotta make something happen. Like I said, I gotta use my 5 senses as much as I possibly can. And I smell the fact that someone else is also in limbo. And with that being said, peace. I gotta go.